Alright guys, it is the final day, and we are able to hop into the final event to get the tech Tora of the free-to-play Bardock units. Upon rainbowing Tora, we are also going to unlock the LR Team Bardock card as well, which is going to be very, very good. So, let's go ahead and hop into this last stage. We'll rainbow Tora, we'll awaken him, and then we'll go ahead and hop into an event. Alright, so we'll go ahead and hop in. Now, again, I would say that Tora does appear to me to be the best of all of these, free-to-play Bardock units. This Tora is a pretty decent support-type unit, and he stacks attack and defense. And I was looking at his hidden potential system, right, because I already have him at 99%, and quite honestly, Tora... the best build for him, I think, is additionals, right? Like, he's a support-type unit, and then he stacks attack and defense when he super attacks. So, the extra stacks for defense will be tremendous for him. And his potential system is actually geared towards giving him all additionals, right? Because if you guys have noticed the way all these free-to-play units' potential systems are built, it's not, you can't go all, super crazy additional for some of them, right? Shugesh and Borgos, I wish I could have given them more additional than I was able to. But Tora, I was able to give the amount of additional that I did want to give him. So that's very, very good, right? And again, we are going to unlock the first copy of the LR Team Bardock as soon as we 100% Tora, because it's, you get one for 100%ing all 5 of them. It's a very good system. I do like this quite a lot. A lot of free-to-play units, just given out for free, and they're not bad. They're actually pretty decent, right? The Ginyu Force units have aged a bit, but all they got to do is give them an EZA boom, and they can be revitalized. So, so hopefully they will do that for the Ginyu Force. I think I'm going to upload this video tonight, for sure. I'm going to put up this in the Borgos video today. I think today we will see a data download for whatever the Saiyan Day EZA is, by the way. Tonight would be the night for us to get the data download, and then I believe it would drop tomorrow night. So it's going to be very interesting to see, is that going to happen? Are we going to get an EZA? Again, I would be stunned, shocked if we're not going to get an EZA for this celebration. It just would not make a lot of sense to me. So, okay, so we're going to go ahead and rainbow our boy Tora. See, here's what I'm talking about. We were able to get our boy up to 13 additional, which is very, very good, right? That's very, very solid. So we'll go ahead and do that. Boom. I did give him a little bit of crit, a little bit of dodge. I like them to be able to do all of that stuff, right? That's important. Let's go ahead and awaken our boy Tora as well. So we will go ahead and Dokkan awaken him. Of course, you get the medals, right, just from doing the events, was it, 25 times or so? And then, bam, now we have our boy Tora awakened. And, of course, he is very, very good, right? And let's go ahead and grab our missions. And, of course, this is going to give us a copy of the LR Team Bardock. I probably will do a video specifically around the LR Team Bardock at 55%. Originally, I wasn't gonna, because it's one of those things where everyone is going to get them, but I probably will just do a video of them at 55%. Now, there is one more mission here. You have to use the entire team 50 times, and then you get an extra copy of the LR Team Bardock unit right there. So make sure you get that done. You could easily just do it grinding rank or something like that, or just grinding story missions. I mean, it's not something you have to do super fast, right? You can sort of take your time with it. Alright, so let's go ahead and hop into an event, and, we're going to focus on Tora for now, and then we'll go ahead and take a look at the 55% LR in a separate video. Alright guys, so now we are here in an event, and we have our boy Tora, rainbowed and ready to go. Defense, not the craziest, only 36k, so... I'm thinking about how he would perform in the Legendary Goku event, and while I do think, Tora would be pretty solid, he'll still be in danger, right? The good thing about tech-type units for the Legendary Goku event is that despite the fact that they're exposed in the most difficult, most hard part of the event, they are actually able to, be very good against the 3 AGL phases. That the event sort of has. That's one way they sort of balanced it, right? To make sure that tech units could, still be very, very solid, is they made it so that they were good for a majority of the event until you get to the end, and then that's where they get absolutely killed. But that does work very well for tech stacking units, right? Such as the future tech Super Saiyan Trunks, right? Because of the fact that he's able to stack the whole time. By the time you get to Int UI Goku, he's typically able to completely handle himself 100% fine, right? So we got the Super Saiyan 2 Bardock here. Now, again, I think of the EZAs that are possible tonight, which, you know, I do think we're going to get an EZA. I think an EZA area for all the free-to-play Team Bardock members would be really cool, and I think they're going to do that. You know, based on the leader skill, which I've gone over, like, in the videos for all of these units, right? The leader skill kind of implies that, right? Then, of course, there is also the Great Ape Bardock units, which are definitely due for a EZA as well. That would dramatically strengthen the Team Bardock team as well as the low-class warrior team as well. So giving the Great Ape units is giving them an EZA is a very, very good idea. Some of them are going to be super good too. Like that Great Ape Bardock, Great Ape Tora are like Great Ape Bardock is solid. Great Ape Tora right now though is still good. So like you give them EZAs and that's going to be impressive. And then the last EZA, which I think we could get, which is probably the least likely, is this guy right here. This Physical Super Saiyan Bardock, the STR Super Saiyan 2 Bardock, Mass Saiyan, and then the Tech Super Saiyan Bardock. I think those 4 could EZA from the Mass Saiyan event, right? Because the Mass Saiyan Dokkan event awakens all of those Bardocks, right? So we definitely could see that happening. Or maybe they would just EZA Mass Saiyan right now and then save the Bardocks for later. I mean, I would hope that wouldn't be the case because obviously those Bardocks are like super, like if the Super Saiyan 2 Bardock and the Physical Super Saiyan Bardock, if they got EZAs, that makes Bardock better. Like the Dokkan Fest AGL Bardock gets a lot better just by them being better, right? Because that Physical Super Saiyan Bardock, like he's already giving the AGL Super Saiyan Bardock like 60% attack or something like that. So like, well, because it's, let's see, Fierce Battle and Super Saiyan is 25%, then First Awakened is another 25%, which puts him at the 50, then Saiyan Pride, 65, it's 85% is how much the Physical Super Saiyan Bardock gives. So, like, if he gets a buff, and he jumps up to, like, 30% attack and defense, like, he would then be giving 95% to AGL Bardock, and the Physical Bardock would then become a lot stronger. Like, it would just be insane. It would be ludicrous. So, you know, I hope that does happen, right? My real hope is that they're going to give us an EZA area and a traditional EZA, because I think that's that's what they've done in a lot of celebrations on JP, right? I mean, they just did it on Global, because Global is, you know, kind of going through, like, the cooler celebration and some of these older celebrations, and they've kind of done the same thing, right? Where they'll drop an EZA area plus a normal EZA. So I think doing an EZA area for, you know, Tora, Borgos, all the free-to-play members, and then either a traditional EZA for, again, the Great Apes or Mass Saiyan plus the Super Saiyans is a really good idea. I think the Great Apes are probably more likely because this whole celebration is about, like, the Team Bardock itself, right, rather than just Bardock himself. So I do think that's super likely. Plus, I mean, giving the Great Apes an EZA dramatically strengthens that Team Bardock category, right? Because, like, those are all 5 of the Great Ape units, they're all summonable units. So, like, you're giving summonable units EZAs on this category that's mainly free-to-play units, and, like, that's going to be super, super good, right? So what's Tora's defense up to by now? 58k still. That's all he's at, huh? That's not the greatest. I mean, again, he is stacking, he is going up, but it's not the craziest. I mean, he stacks attack as well. So remember, like, Tora doesn't really have, like, a max attack set or anything like that. I mean, theoretically there is, because the attack buffs, I think, only last for 99 turns. So, like, you know, there is a maximum, I guess. But it's like, don't, you know, that's not really a big concern. The other thing, too, about this free-to-play Tora that's interesting is he does heal just like Great Ape Tora. I mean, Great Ape Tora just heals, right, which is useful. But the Tech Tora here, he recovers 10% HP whenever HP is 70% or less, and if you have 5 or more low-class warrior category allies on the team. Now, right now, we're not activating that, right? Because I'm bringing, like, you know, the Super Saiyan 2 Bardock and some of these units, but for a lot of the times, you know, if you're running that Team Bardock team, you're going to have that. Like, a lot of them do work very, very well together, and, like, if some of them just get, like, very small buffs, they're going to be super good. So, like, I could see right away how they would buff Tora, by the way. All they do for his EZA is they just give him, like, 50% attack and defense, 60%, 70%, something like that at the start of turn. And that makes Tech Tora, like, super, super good, right? You know, some, like, Bardock, just give him defense at the start of turn. You know, Fasha, I'm not really too sure what you would do with Fasha, but, like, there's just different things you can do with some of these units. to, you know, sort of make them a little bit better. And again, their leader skill does sort of imply that they are going to be getting the, whatchamacallit, EZA. All right, so there he is at 65k. Again, not the greatest, but we'll go ahead and finish up here. Tora, I still would say is probably the most useful, because the fact that he gives all allies 2 key and 30% attack and defense, that's not gated behind anything. He just has that at the start of turn. And, you know, he's on the Pure Saiyan team, which is, you know, I think the best roster of characters available for any category, just because of how massive it is, right? It has the most units on the category easily. I think Goku family is 2, and then I think Buu Saga might be 3. So, you know, it just goes to show. But, all right, this won't do too much damage. Tora, of course, has type advantage plus his defensive stacking. All right, so we'll go ahead and move into his breakdown and take a look at our boy Tora's stats. All right, so this is Total Invasion Tora. I mean, you know, that, okay. So here's the thing. That name actually does, you know, make a pretty good point about Team Bardock, in that really, I mean, again, in reality, they probably should all be extreme class. I mean, honestly. I mean, they were still Conquerors. I mean, you probably could put them on Terrifying Conquerors as well, quite honestly. I think any Saiyan, except for Goku, like any pure Saiyan except for Goku, really should be on that category. I mean, if we're really thinking about it, right? I mean, then obviously, like, you know, well, I mean, actually, even, like, Vegeta from the Namek Saga, I think he is on Terrifying Conquerors, though. But I was going to say, like, Vegeta from the Namek Saga, right? Like, the 50% support Vegeta, he should be on Terrifying Conquerors as well. Let me double check. Is he? He's not. Yeah, he definitely should be, because, I mean, Vegeta on Namek took out the entire village of Namekians that never got revived, which, you know, they are addressing in Dragon Ball Super in the Moro arc currently. So, you know, again, all these Team Bardock members, they probably should be extreme, and they probably should be, you know, on, like, Terrifying Conquerors and stuff like that, but, you know, oh well. Tora's leader skill is low class warrior category 2, and then 50% of stats. Of course, leader skill is implying that he will EZA at some point. His super attack is the Flame Bullet, which stacks attack and defense and does supreme damage to the enemy. His passive skill, Precise Charge, gives all allies 2 key and 30% attack and defense. Then he recovers 10% HP whenever HP is 70% or less, if there's 5 or more low-class warrior category allies on the team. So, again, if he gets EZA, very simple what's going to happen with him, right? You know, just get the, like, 50% attack and defense to himself or something like that, and boom. That's a little bit of a buff to him. That'll make him a little bit better. Keep in mind as well that little bandana he has wrapped around his arm, that's actually the red bandana that Bardock eventually wears, right? Except it's that white bandana's covered in Tora's blood. So keep that in mind, by the way. Tora's links are Team Bardock, Saiyan Warrior Race, Saiyan Pride, Saiyan Lineage, Cold Judgment, Prepared for Battle, and Shattering the Limit. A bunch of decent links. He does also have Cold Judgment for more defense, which is good. What Team Bardock members does he have that with, though? None. Bardock and Gine have got Cold Judgment, but that's it. So, that's not really going to help you too much on, you know, these Pure Saiyan Team Bardock low-class warrior, unfortunately. His 12 key multiplier is 135%. I mean, that's, you know, pretty much what we really should be expecting, right? And then our boy is on 3 separate category teams. So, of course, he's on Team Bardock, where he will be an essential member of that team for sure. Then he's also over here on the low-class warrior team. And then finally, our boy Tora is also on the Pure Saiyan team. So there he is. We have all 5 of the Team Bardock members done. And again, at this point, we have unlocked the LR Team Bardock. So now let me go ahead and do a 55% video on the LR Team Bardock. Of course, they are, you know, they're pretty good. They are basically just the tech LR Ginyu Force, except for these free-to-play Bardock members are, you know, exactly the same unit. I mean, a little bit stronger. Like, their buff is definitely better than what the Ginyu Force gives, right? So, all right, thanks guys for watching. Catch y'all next time.